Hey everyone, welcome to this epic battle. Today we're talking about a legendary commander who received a heart-wrenching letter. Her parachute landed behind enemy lines, causing a panic because the chances of coming back alive are slim to none. Finding someone is like finding a needle in a haystack, especially in enemy territory. It's a disaster waiting to happen. The commander didn't say anything, just pulled out a letter steeped in history, beginning with Dear Mother, dating back to the Civil War. The letter mentioned children sacrificed for their country. No fine words comfort a mother of 5 lost kids. To prevent another tragedy, the commander decided, we can't let these kids vanish. We're going to find them. We have to bring them back from the depths of the abyss. Yes, sir. 3 days later, John Miller, who just dodged death at Omaha Beach, received the assignment. He set off with 7 elite soldiers and a fresh-faced translator, who was still trying to find his spy gadgets. But everyone had one burning question. Why send 8 people to save just one? Is it really just because Ryan's mom is sad? Doesn't everyone here have a mom? If anyone falls, their moms would cry too. But Miller can't really explain and just states orders are orders. The idea that 8 people are traded for one just sounds absurd. Then the heavens opened up and Miller's team marched into battle. They heard the commotion ahead and yelled, "Thunder, storm." What? They used code to confirm it was their people, but the misunderstanding nearly cost them dearly. Unfortunately, no one here knew Ryan, as their unit was cut off and the rest holed up in the town. Miller had to lead the charge and someone curiously asked, "Miller, where are you from?" But no one knew, he never revealed anything. Even the guys in the unit started betting, with the pot reaching $300. What a cheerful vibe. Soon, the squad came across a tragic civilian family, with the father pleading, "Please, save my child." Taking the child along would only bring more danger. Miller disagreed, yet Caparzo ignored the warning and took the kid anyway. But then bullets flew, Caparzo got hit, and everyone dove for cover. When the others finally gathered around, Caparzo was gone, leaving behind a blooded letter. It was heart-wrenching. They hadn't found the Germans yet, and the crew had no time to mourn. They needed to keep moving. They carefully made their way through the dilapidated residential buildings, only to unexpectedly stumble upon the enemy. The standoff lasted only a moment, followed by a barrage of gunfire. Felt just like a video game. Turns out, the Allies came to the rescue from above. Miller and his crew arrived at the base, and sure enough, they found the James Ryan. But when he heard his brothers were dead, he could only stand. Overwhelmed by his emotions, he broke down in tears, only to find out after checking that it turned out to be just a person with the same name. It seemed they had to continue the mission, but luckily they found an injured guy who worked with Ryan. He informed Miller that the drop zones varied, so no one knew where Ryan ended up. Miller's team was exhausted and decided to wait until nightfall to set out again. That night, Miller's hand shook. He recalled his fallen brothers and felt the weight in his heart grow heavier. By sacrificing one individual, I might be able to rescue 10 or possibly even 20 lives, he continuously reminded himself. At this point, a teammate curiously asked Miller, "Where's your hometown?" Miller chuckled, "Let's talk when it hits $500. Teammate suggested waiting for a grand 1,000, but Miller figured he wouldn't make it to that point. 500 is enough. In the light banter, there lurked an unshakable sadness. The next day, Miller's team arrived at the injured soldiers' gathering point only to find no sign of Ryan. They searched for clues among the tags, betting $10 on who would find it first. It felt like a game. Soldiers passing by gave them odd looks, knowing those cold tags represented lives lost. Wade noticed something was off, rushing over to collect those tags and show respect for the fallen. At this point, Miller gave up searching and shouted, "Ryan!" into the crowd. Amazingly, he actually met a guy who had parachuted with Ryan. However, on their way, they came across a colonel who was recalled to carry out a bridge guarding mission, compelling Miller to proceed to that place with hope. They stumbled upon Allied corpses along the way, sensing something was off. Miller immediately sensed enemies lurking near the radar station, and although his teammates suggested a detour, he refused. He wouldn't let another unit fall into an ambush, so they divided into 3 groups and charged. Gunfire erupted instantly, and their medic Wade was shot, with no one able to save him. Wade only asked for 2 shots of pain relief, and took his last breath while calling for Mom and wishing to go home. After such brutality, the teammates couldn't bear it, beating the German soldier they'd just captured. But Miller stopped everyone, demanding they bury Wade before dealing with the captive.